Hello everyone who is ready to kickstart 2026 with destroying the impossible, but building the impossible first. I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths Most Wanted. Yes, we're doing the Laniakea. Surprise! Happy New Year! And that didn't date the video at all. Anyway, I hate this thing. But I love to hate that, which is a very specific emotion that I find... I don't know, if you play enough video games, you learn to, you know what I'm talking about. This thing beats basically everything 1v1. Admittedly, I have not tested this against the new Singularity. I suspect it can still do that, for reasons we shall go into. And I have bad news. I have not built anything that can 1v1 this thing, and it is quite possible I never will. I cannot be bothered. It's too difficult. Frostbite, the person who made this, knows how to do math, which gives them a critical advantage that I do not have. But you let me know if you've made something that can 1v1 the Laniakea, because I would be interested to know. But here we are doing Most Wanted anyway, so what gives? Well, there's good news. I don't have to make something that can 1v1 this. Because there's easier ways to fight it. You can see where this is going if you know how to fight frontsiders. There's even neater craft that can do it. With a twist. So, before we get into how to murder this thing, we need to go into its strengths. And as you can probably guess, this is one of the things most requested for Most Wanted, like in recent days. It has a lot of strengths. First things first, it's a repair monster. These sub-vehicles out in the front are just lumps of basically just heavy armor and spaced armor, and they're held on tractor beams within the mothership, and when they get damaged, the mothership will repair them with a crap ton of repair tentacles, which you can see. Where is it hiding them? It's hiding them somewhere. There. So yeah, it repairs these extremely fast. In fact, if I hit one of these things with a I was about to say $1 million. It's like, no, 1 million degree explosion. Is that plasma? Okay, let's do that. Let's see if that works. And that was 1 million plasma damage, by the way. I kind of hoped that thing would disintegrate immediately, but it didn't. And now it's all repaired. So you know what we should do? We should go over here, remove the decorations on this thing so you can see what it's actually like. And let's try that again. Poof. $1 million plasma shot, actually not worth it. So you see how fast that's repairing? Man. So annoying, so annoying. And it's like, yeah, like for the people who hate deco cope, which is where you completely change how something looks at all with decoration. Yeah, no, you're not gonna like these shields because these shields be funky. Anyway. There's also a fun trick in here. So this thing has a lot of breadboard, so let's go in here. I was having a quick look in there. Let's see, does it have the thing? This is the laser management, shield angle management. Where was it? Hold on. There's a lot of complex bread in here. Miscellaneous, I think it's actually here. There it is. So there's a little sneaky bit of breadboard in here. That when it drops below 90,000 materials, it will just, it will yeet its repair tentacles to save materials and shoot you just that little bit more. Out of sheer spite, if nothing else. So, if we go in there, if we find the repair tentacles... Is this asymmetric? I think I only see them on one side. Nope. Alright, so there, right there, you can see... Where is yonder thing? I believe that's a separator block right there. No, the separator... Oh! The separator block is right there, and when that decides to separate, whoop! There go the repair tentacles, and it stops eating all its money. Very clever. Frostbite went all out on this, and I hear via the grapevine, and this is possibly old news because this version of Laniakea has been in the game for a while now, that Frostbite did this specifically to show just how bloody stupid, like, using a bunch of tractor beam sub-vehicles can be, and I think they succeeded, because this thing is not fun to fight. So yeah, let's actually talk about the weaponry bit. So it's got two classes of weaponry. It has honking big APHE railguns, various kinds of drone here, so let's look over here. So this is a whopping... Huh, these are different gauges. I wonder if that's supposed to happen. Was that a whoopsie? Hope not. So anyway, so if we're looking here, that is, that's what we're dealing with here. So this is a railgun assisted shell, and it does an absolute crap ton of HE damage, and stupid amounts of kinetic damage, and it has a timed fuse as well, which means it has a rotten habit of, just missing something and then blowing pieces off it anyway. Very irritating. Not the fastest shell in the world, and that is, remember this, that's critical, later. So yeah, there's one, there is a two, I think, is that on purpose? I don't know. So yeah, just a whole bunch of drones that fire honking big railguns, and over here, is this the same? Is this the, ooh, it is diff flak, I didn't even realize this, but it bloody well does. Wait, that is diff flak? It bloody well is. It bloody well is diff flak. How about that? It also has a whole bunch of well, that's the thing. It has burst plasma as well. It has this big chunky plasma gun here. I wonder if these are synchronized fire. Are they synchronized fire? Yes, they are. They are indeed. They go pew pew pew. Yo, listen up. Here's the story. Alright, so this is not like burst plasma, because you as you can see, there's a burst option right there. This is just setting up burst plasma with synchronization rather than anything else. So, yeah, so that hurts a lot. That melts heavy armor like it's not even there. Very frustrating. It also has a fun party trick if you try and cheese it with submarines, and we are going to volunteer a sacrifice, which will be a blackcurrant, which I used to be really scared of. And then I met the Laniakea. So, blackcurrant immediately before it could even dive lost 2% health, which is fun. Getting ahead of myself a little bit, the Laniakea also has pretty damn good missile defense. Its underside is filled with interceptors. And you'll notice that it has dropped a whole bunch of sonar buoys. These buoys do what buoys do, and they actually give it pretty accurate detection when facing submarines like this. So 1v1, the blackcurrant is not going to win this. And most of the damage done to the Laniakea has actually just been on this. Hey, Neo-wise, it's like me but newer. But anyway, so most of the damage to this. Yeah, by the way, did that just dodge? It just bloody well dodged. How rude. Alright. So the blackcurrant is having a bad idea. It's having a bad day. You know, I don't think those shells aren't even super cavitation. Hang on, let me just go double check. Let's go double checky. I think this might be a whoopsie here. I don't think this is supposed to happen. So, APHE, yep, there's no super cav on that. And there's timed frag, and there's disruptor. Interesting. So yeah, that's it. That's the blackcurrant. And before you ask, like two blackcurrants don't really do any better. So yeah, you can't cheese this thing with submarines, which traditionally has been the weakness of most Scarlet Dawn craft. Frostbite said no. Actually, a whole bunch of designers for Nita have said no, no. We're not dealing with the submarine nonsense. So yeah, lots of missile interceptors. You are going to have it's going to take a lot of missiles to damage this thing at all, because also, let's get rid of that. What should we throw? Let's spawn in a blackcurrant again. Blackcurrant actually managed to take 1% health off the Laniakea, which is actually, depressingly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good going. For most things fighting the Laniakea. So I'm going to do that, and you can see for yourself something very important that those sub-vehicles do. The sub-vehicle, let's follow a big missile. Actually, let's try and follow any of the missiles. Right, so, by the way, those, hold on, let's go here, and we need to use power word, remove decorations. So you see, on these flappy wing things, there are heat and radar decoys, and in the breadboard, this is actually set up so if one gets destroyed, the others increase in power, which is rather mean. Very effective, but it is mean. So you see how these shields are moving? they will actively move to block things coming in from the sides, and, well, just, they move and catch things. They're like baseball mitts. So that's frustrating. It means that, as far as frontsiders go, the Laniakea is way, 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 way more resistant to being flanked than other things. So, compare that with something like the Pyre, for instance. That is a big problem. I didn't even mention the bloody laser. Wow, I did not finish my notes. So, you will notice something important here. And that is there is a honking big laser up there. This is a burst laser. So, if we go here, let's see here, let's go here, laser settings are like that. I believe we need to go find the laser mainframe, wherever that is. Let's have the soothing, let the soothing sound of lasery goodness fill you. That is a lot of transmitters. Alright, we're going to actually find the thing. Where is it? Not laser, combiner. What was it called again? Multi-purpose laser. Wait, where'd you go? There you are! It's way at the back here. So there's a mix of 0Q and 1Q here. Actually, wow, something exploded. Nice. Right, so this has multiple jobs. This thing doesn't have a LAMS, per se. But... what the hell happened there? Kablooey. But this is a burst laser. Every so often it just kind of goes whoop. There's the output regulator. What is this set to? 10%. Charge minimum charge of firing is 1%. Minimum shot damage is 1,000. And this means that when that laser fires, it burns holes clean through things. So the main weaponry on the Laniakea is actually quite strong as well. It's not just little sub-vehicles. And it uses that, like, Frostbite has set up the bread enough to, like, well, firstly, to prioritize things that are flying and getting closer, so I don't think you can swarm this with nukes. You need a lot of nukes to even put a dent in this thing. Yeah. Also, it's hard to see exactly, but let's just turn that off and fully repair the Laniakea, just to be fair. There's a thing in there. There's a sneaky bit of bread, and I haven't found it yet. That caused... yeah, did you see that? Like, go back and, like, scrub through the video to see that again if you missed it. Like, it's blink and you'll miss it, because the shields will literally move out of the way so the laser can fire. So they're not exposed at all. They're, like, covered, except for, like, a split second when they fire, which is absolutely genius, and I hate it because it's hard to deal with. Gah! So yeah, it's also armored like a tank, so let's delete that. And we're going to hop in here and see how much frontal armor is in here. It's actually quite a lot. This is a flying brick. This is about as bricky as flying bricks can get. Just solid... how much heavy armor is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 layers. That's 7 layers of heavy armor. Then 2 meter wedges. And 1, 2, 3. And then some beam slopes. And 1, 2, 3. Also, cross-hatched? I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't think that's on purpose, because you can see down there low it's not cross-hatched. And then another layer of beam slopes, and then another layer of heavy armor. How many layers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18, and that's not counting this sticky outy bit decorating thing. So 18 layers of heavy armor, with beam slopes and a little bit of wedge in there just for flavor, delicious potato wedge. So even if you somehow manage to like out DPS the repair rate and disintegrate these frontal shields, there's 18 meters of heavy armor waiting for you just behind them. There's no such thing as overkill. There is only you are dead and I am alive. So that's all I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot about that. There's the laser crown. You'll see that there's the little lasers like this. So let's just spawn in. What's something that spawns way too many nukes? I think a pair of pyres will do the trick just nicely. So keep an eye on the nuclear weapons. I could have just... well, firstly, the Laniakea is going to maul both of these things. Whoop. So, where are the nukes? Where are the nukes? So, immediately, how much damage have we done? a lot. We've done a lot. That's immediately enormous amounts of damage. And you see the lasers are smart enough to aim for the nuclear weapons. And there's a lot of block confetti happening. And none of it is doing anything. Because, well, repair spam. Delicious repair spam. The sub-vehicles also move. They move in interesting ways, specifically to maximize the damage they do and minimize the damage that the mothership takes. And kasplat. I'm actually interested to see if the Laniakea can take on 2 pyres at once, because that'll be interesting. Assuming they don't bump into each other. Careful, lads. Careful, lads. Careful, careful, careful. Mind yourselves. How much damage does this do? Deacon's Christmas. I actually think the Laniakea will win. It's just that strong. Okay, then. This is not a good indication of the laser crown, though, so I'm going to be a sneaky person. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Let's do this. And now my phone's buzzing. This is the most professional outfit in the whole dang world. We're going to spawn a whole bunch of ICBMs. Let's see. Let's spawn them behind it. Let's be very unfair. So if we do that, there's lasers duct taped all over this. So yeah, you see these little lasers there? Those lasers activate via breadboard controlling their local weapon controllers only when things get close. And then they zap things willy-nilly. That is the one nuke that got through. I think that was a critical hit, though. Bearing in mind, having 10 nukes spawn directly behind the Laniakea is not something that's likely to happen. And yep, you can see, yep. So yeah, the laser crown. I cannot believe I almost forgot to mention that. That would have been embarrassing. Alright, so this thing is got indestructible shields, basically. It has ridiculous firepower. It has very fine breadboard control over literally everything it does, especially its behavior. Because it's just why would it not? Frostbite cooked on this one. It does have weaknesses, though. Not many. The first thing that was demonstrated by that lucky little nuclear weapon over there is that the rear armor is very thin, as you could expect from a front-sider. There's, in fact, at its very thickest, there's like, actually, yeah, so it's like one layer of heavy armor back here between the big scary outside world and the ammo compartment. This is like classic all-or-nothing front-sider. It's like, look, you're not going to be behind me. I'm not going to waste blocks on, like, chain reaction proofing my ammo compartment. It's just back here, and you will frickin' live with it. It actually doesn't need much ammo on the main craft, I don't think, because it just uses, like, missile interceptors. But there's still not much back here, so there's only one layer of heavy armor between this and fuel tanks, and, like, very thin, especially compared to the front. There's like, how much is this? One heavy armor and a stone 2-meter beam between that and this laser transceiver. And the multipurpose laser is like right there. It is right the hell there. Where's the mainframe? Let's find the mainframe, shall we? Mainframe is right here. Slightly off center. It also has delicious squishy things back here, like an explosive steam engine and all that stuff. Armor on the sides is still pretty thick. Thinner than on the front, obviously, hence the whole front-siding thingy. And you're probably noticing something about the material usage. It's very hungry. In the time I've been talking, which, how long have I been talking now? Probably years. About 20 minutes. In about 20 minutes, it's burned through, like, almost, like, most of its materials. That's just from flying right now, but when it's repairing heavy armor like that, it is burning through materials a lot. So, if you really want to be a scumbag, you could just get something super fast and run away from this thing and wait for it to run out of materials. That is lame as hell, though. I've done that, and it is very boring. Do not recommend. But there is one particular critical weakness. Actually, no. This is like, no. don't know. I literally had here no hit scan weaponry, and I don't know why I said that, because this thing is filled with lasers. Its main weapons are not hit scan, and it prefers to use its lasers up close. So, there's something to be had there. I am going to demonstrate how to kill this thing now, and I'm going to talk about how to survive and how to kill it at the same time, because I can multitask. So, we're going to delete you. We're going to spawn in Lenny, over here, 2,000 meters. Oops. Actually, we're going to spawn you in at 1,000 meters, like so. Ta-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And over here to the north, we're going to spawn in a very specific craft. Or rather, a whole bunch of them. I'm going to put them on the player team, because I can. So, this is about 300, this is roughly material equivalent to the Laniakea, is 5 Atos. This thing, I think this is also a frost... Yep, the Frostbite also made this one. So, the lesson here is, if you want to beat Frostbite, you must first be Frostbite. And, well, that is upsetting. Just for giggles, I'm going to put this in my fleet colors because I feel like it. So... why have I done this? Well, this is a frontsider, and it is more resistant to being swarmed than other frontsiders, but if you swarm it with something very specific, you can beat it. It does take a while, though. So right here, we have that. So what we have here is 5 little heavy armor frontsider thing. What just happened? Not this crap again. I hate that bug. I hate that bug. If you keep spawning stuff in the designer that has sub-vehicles, wow, I was setting that up beautifully, and then the From the Depths sense of comedy had other ideas. Dear. Alright, let's try that again. I swear this works. Like, you know, hey, maybe this the Laniakea, like, crapped itself and just died, rather than fight 5 of these little bastards all at once. I say little, they're like 300k. Materials! Alright, and Lenny, you go there. Let's see, are you gonna crap your pants and die? No, you're not! Hooray! So, you will notice that those shells are quite slow. And the plasma is, still pretty fast, but it has its limits. So, what you do is fight fire with fire. But, you know, you use lots of fire. Is that Atos dead, or is it just doing its roly-poly? It is doing its roly-poly. So, you can't dodge that laser, not really, but you can dodge everything else. The Atos is demonstrating how to dodge everything else. And if you have decent laser proofing and redundancy, then that pierce laser hopefully won't be a huge problem. The Atos is bloody difficult to hit, by the way. It roly-polies like crazy. So it's demonstrating one way to survive, at least for a while, against the Laniakea, which is, you know, you be a boxer, you bob, you weave, you slip, and do things. They are all taking a lot of damage, which is why you still need to make them durable. I'm gonna be really embarrassed if these things end up losing, because that's what I was counting on. And you want to copy its homework. If you want to 1v1 this thing, using sub-vehicle shields and sub-vehicle turrets of your own is a pretty good idea. It allows you to do what it's doing straight back at it. Let's see, are we flanking yet? Have you managed it? Yes! Oh, this little Atos is sneaking behind the back. So yeah, the Laniakea does get a little bit confused when fighting more than one opponent. It has its limits. It only has 3 shields, so if you have more than 3 vehicles... Oh boy, they keep missing the mothership. This might be... the Lanny might actually win this one and prove me a fool! It might prove me a damn fool. And you also want to keep your distance, so these, the laser crown, so to speak, only activates when you get close. And the plasma and the APS, like, you know, muzzle velocity is good, but not that good. What did that just do? That is actually managing to put dents in it. Oh my word. I'm seeing vital components! You can do it! Team Atos, you can do it! Come on, do the pew-pew. Shoot this thing in its anus. In its squishy, unarmored anus, you can do it. Yes! That is not enough anus shooting. You need to shoot the anus better than that. I should never say that again. Alright, so how do you kill it? Well, our Atos squad is actually demonstrating that. You swarm it. You must outnumber it. You gotta just dance around it, let it shoot, let it, like, fruitlessly shoot you as much as possible, and then you just gotta get behind it. Like, this makes life so much easier. You gotta get behind it and shoot its head off. Preferably with plasma. Plasma, this is what plasma was made for. Because A, high velocity, and I didn't even mention that this thing does the crazy dance itself. It bounces up and down a lot, and strafes a lot. So you want fast stuff. Cram, and ironically, the Lanyakea's own weaponry isn't really going to cut it. Come on, you can get in there. Get in there, you beauty. Okay, so yeah. So I also modified 2 kobolds to be able to take this thing on, and it worked. I just changed the shells to use AP Heat and AP Incendiary, and it actually managed to work, because they just managed to, like, slip enough shells past the shields to kill this thing, and that was beautiful. Admittedly, if you're in a gambling mood, using, like, big timed frag, APS, not cram, cram does not do super well against this thing, unless you get right up in its face, which means it can hit you as much as it likes. You can use that to kind of slip past the sub-object shields, and also because the shields can't aim for APS shells, they can aim for cram. I've seen them do that. Come on, you can do it. Come on, shoot its butt. No, you're aiming for the wrong thing. You fools! You damn fools! Nah, how is this thing still flying? This whole video is just like, Frostbite, what are you? You scare me. Guys, you need to get behind the thing. You need to get behind the thing. Why did you file your sonar, boys? Alright, so I do not want to let end this video without seeing the Laniakea die. So one way or another, I am going to speed this up so you can see what happens. Yay! Laser was shot off. Perfect. I'll keep you abreast of interesting developments. Oh, that looked important. We are down to just 3 Atos, all of them are heavily damaged. I swear this didn't happen last time. I tested it, like, this is a good point to remind everyone of the camera curse, in which you test something off-screen and from the depths, and it works flawlessly. And then you hit the record button, and from the depths is like, haha, nope, I am an RNG-based game. This is actually Dungeons & Dragons, and I'm rolling dice that are loaded to make you, BorderWise, specifically, very, very sad. Actually, me and anyone else who makes videos on this. Shout out to all the other people making videos on this darn game. Good luck fighting the Laniakea, we're all gonna need it. Okay, so I'm officially sad and disappointed that the Atos aren't managing it. I swear a squad of 5 of them can manage it. But as you can see, the Laniakea has managed to damage all of them to the point where they can barely fight at all. They're actually running low on battery storage, so we're gonna show off the other method. The method which I technically contributed to by swapping the ammo out of the kobold. So I'm gonna set that up, and please don't judge me. This is the From the Depths camera curse. I swear it's the curse. The curse! Right, so 2 modified kobolds versus Lenny. Let's see. Are these the correct blueprints, I should probably say. Alright, so that's AP heat. And that is also AP heat. Uh-oh. These might not be the correct ones. The kobold, thankfully, is very good at dodging things. And as you can see, it is slipping enough shells past the shields to actually do something, which is very nice. So if you want to fight Lenny, you gotta have something that bounces up and down, much like the kobold does. A lot of those shots are still missing because Lenny is a bouncy fella, and that's no good. What just did so much damage? Come on, you can do it. Ooh, that looked painful. That looked extraordinarily painful. Didn't care for that one bit. Ah, yes, I think... Oh no, am I hearing sizzling? Nope. Right, so the plan is, it can only point itself at one kobold at a time, so if enough AP heat shells sneak through, that looked like something caught fire. Wait a minute. What did I put in these kobolds again? I think these are AP heat incendiary shells. Hold on a second. Let me double check what works here. Traceless and oh, yes, I modified this like so. The traces are incendiary. And they're incendiary to make life easier for the AP heat shells. Now you can kind of see it's a little bit jammed. Sizzle, sizzle. Come on, you can do it. Ooh. Right, again, this might be camera curse. Oh, gods, that's a lot of damage. Please tell me that's all just surface damage. Basically it is. Where's the other kobold? Oh, there it is. Yes! Shoot it in its butt! Shoot it in its stupid butt! Shoot it in its... Yay! Big laser just got vaporized. Yes, 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 yes. I see trees of green. Red oceans too. Dying Lenny. For me and you. That looked important. What was that? Oh. Yes! Yes! Take that! Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. A pair of nasty kobolds. A pair of nasty Ironically, I think even with the Laniakea and the new improved singularity, which I should probably pit against the Laniakea, just to see who wins. I don't know, I'm having fun right now. Shocking, I know. Having fun in video game? That's illegal! That's not allowed! That looked important. What was that? Oh, laser transmitter. Hehehehe. Wow, that turret got knocked off, didn't it? Yes! Yes! Die, Lenny! You know, I can't take credit for this. I really cannot. Who made the kobold? It's frostbite again! Okay, again, like, alright, you want to beat a frostbite, what you get is a frostbite. Great! Oh! I'm not sad about that, I'm just very like, that looked like it got into the fuel storage. Me likey if it did. Damn you, Frostbite, and your frickin' bouncy airships. Damn you to heck. Damn you to heck and back. Damn you to hecky! Well, we're just gonna sit here and see how this plays out. It's been a hot second, but Lenny is losing. She's being flanked flawlessly by my 2 bootleg kobolds, and by bootleg I probably mean hijacked. Bootleg is counterfeit. What I've done is taken Frostbite's work, tweak it as, like, in a very minor way, and then here we are. I'm not allowed to feel good about this. I really aren't. I really ain't, but I do. The Laniakea's rear end looks like kind of like a face that is shocked and appalled at what's happening to it right now. You deserve it, Lenny. You know what you did. You were too good. You were filled with delicious bread, and it made you too good. It made you cocky. I think the kobold is also full of delicious bread. Yes, it is. This fight is taking a long time. The Laniakea, as you could probably expect by the amount of armor on it, and the amount of breadboard on it, controlling what the thrusting is doing, control your thrusts. It takes a long time to die. It takes a very long time to die. The Laniakea is probably going to run out of materials before it actually dies. Well then, if nothing else, the kobolds are demonstrating how to survive the Laniakea. It's be more material efficient than it, and refuse to die before it does. There you go. Yeah, wow, that is burning through materials so quickly. Whee! Actually, it might be more time efficient to just run away from this thing and let it run out of juice. But then again, it really burns through materials when it repairs things. Also, I think the breadboard that detaches the repair tentacles got shot out. So that's interesting. Give it a second. It's only got 20,000 materials to go. This still counts as a win for the kobolds. They're way more material efficient. Like, way more material efficient. Also, I was not aware that these guys had rail assist, and I should have remembered that. Well, it's not long now, one way or another. Hey, 69! That's the funny number. And 9, 8, 7, 6. Whoa, 2? And goodbye. Low materials, into the frickin' water you go. Right, that wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but it'll frickin' do. I hope that at least shows that this thing's invincible. It looks like I'm gonna have to pit this thing against the Snig, in a different video. And I hope you can all wait until then. Shouldn't be long. Anyway, that's how to kill the Laniakea. You basically go find another one of Frostbite's designs, modify it a smidge, and then easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you win! You win! Congratulations. Jokes aside, the basic thing is swarm it. Have stuff that can take a laser to the face or two, that's important. And a big laser, mind you. Focus on stuff that is good armor piercing and fast, so we're talking hybrid railguns or plasma, and that's basically your only real options. Maybe a nice piercing laser or piercing pack, if that is your fancy. And if you do want to 1v1 this thing, although I haven't managed it myself, if you make something like the Laniakea, but just more specialized to fight the Laniakea, you should manage it. Good luck with that. That's a hell of a lot of work. It might not be difficult per se, it's just very time consuming to make something like that. And, or you can have a lightning fast RTG powered thing that flies in space and retreats to maximum distance with a lot of smoke on it, and it just waits for the Lenny to run out of materials. But again, that's the lame thing. Unfortunately, we've demonstrated the lame thing, but at the very least, the kobolds had some fun. You gotta walk your kobolds, otherwise they get antsy. Let's repair this kobold. So really, this is the true hero of the video is another one of Frostbite's vehicles. Thank you, Frostbite, for giving us the tools to kill your tools. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Like at the lowest tier, access to a Patreon-exclusive Discord. Where you can hang out with me and other cool people. Second highest tier, I will review your craft for you once a month on demand. And once a month on demand at the highest tier, I will build stuff for you. Or draw stuff. I can do either. And do check out my other channels and my Twitch. Links are in the description. Please go look at the description. I know no one does that anymore, but you can buck the trend. You can stick it to the man by reading the description and looking at the links there. I don't know why this took on a revolutionary tone. Anyway, have a wonderful one. Happy New Year 2026. Now everyone knows exactly when I recorded this. Take care now. Farewell.